in room 137 of the Edison Building. Present is Mr. Michael Munoz, Superintendent of Schools, and a non-voting ex officio member of the board. Also present is Ms. Wendy Edgar, the Assistant Board Clerk. Ms. Edgar, would you please call the roll?
Ms. Amundson.
Here.
Mr. Barlow.
Here.
Ms. Marvin.
Here.
Ms. Nathan.
Here.
Mr. Slusner.
Here.
Chair Seelinger.
Here.
Ms. Workman.
Here.
Thank you.
2.01, approval of the agenda. Superintendent?
There are no changes to the agenda.
Move approval, Nathan.
And second, Workman.
Been moved and seconded. Ms. Edgar?
Ms. Amundson. I have, somebody's got a mic on and I can't hear.
Julie, I think.
Ms. Amundson.
Aye.
Mr. Barlow.
Aye.
Ms. Marvin.
Aye.
Ms. Nathan.
Aye.
Slusner.
Aye.
Chair Seelinger.
Aye.
Ms. Workman.
Aye.
Thank you.
Seven, efficient and effective operations. 7.01, approval of revisions to the policies and procedures manual. This is an action item. I will read the resolution. Be it resolved that the School Board of Independent School District 535 approve the revised policy. Motion second and discussion.
Move approval, Workman. Second,
Second,
Amundson.
Schlusner.
Okay, discussion. Anything else from the committee? Nobody? Nobody?
Well, I guess I could ask a question just for the viewing audience.
They won't
To
answer.
the superintendent is, what kind of communication is going out on the policy, since it's 14 pages? I don't think they want to read all that.
Yeah, we won't. We'll just basically let staff and people know that this is what's expected as far as face coverings and what fits under face coverings. So yeah, we won't give them the entire policy, but we can reference the policy if they want to get more information.
And there is a form, right, as part of procedures?
I'm not for sure what kind of form we would need for a face covering policy. There is a form they have to fill out to get an exception to wearing, not wearing
right.
one, but there is no one specifically tied to this policy.
And where does that form live if someone needs one?
All right, I'm going to need help from Cabinet. It's somewhere on the website. Can somebody tell me where we can find that? Okay, we'll get that answer
Mike,
and get it
it's
back to you.
Heather. No,
Go ahead, Heather.
oh, I was going to jump in. I don't know if Carl is on quite yet, but I believe it was in Human Resources so that we could work through that with each independent staff member.
If I may, Mike, so it's your intent with the dissemination of the policy to probably also include that information as well. Is that correct? Okay, thank you.
Yeah, the staff is already aware of the form they have to have in order to get an exception to wearing a mask. So that we've already communicated to them, but we can include that with the update of the policy that will be approved tonight.
Sure. Ms. Edgar has a comment.
The board procedure is 808A and is actually attached to this agenda item. I have not put it into the procedures document yet till you approve the policy tonight. Just so you know that the procedure document with that form is there.
Thank you, Ms. Edgar. So yes, any procedures live by our policies, but then likely this will live possibly on our website under FAQ or things dealing with COVID. Yes, Director Workman.
I think the thing that I was interested in learning is that the form is for approving an exception or exemption
You need to
from
unmute.
students. No, I'm unmuted.
I can hear you.
Okay. I'm sorry, Mike. You can hear me. I'm sorry.
So no, actually, I
so-
apologize. It was my fault because Wendy spoke, and so I turned all my volume off. Go ahead.
Okay.
Ms. Workman.
So it's the face covering exemption, face shield authorization is also for students. I mean, this is a student one. So I think the question is, at least the piece of paper I have in my hand is from last time, that parents would have to submit, and it would also have to be completed by a medical authority. So how will parents be notified that this is here, or do we just wait for them to take the initiative and say, hey, my kid can't wear a face mask, and then we refer them to this form?
I know we've already communicated before school started what the process was, and I am aware of, Carl had another commitment here, so he's going to join us a little later, but I know we do have one staff that has already provided medical documentation for an exemption from wearing a mask. I'm not aware of any student that has at this time, but I do know we communicated that out to them, and then, you know, if they reach out to their building administrator, they can guide them to where they can find that form as well.
Okay, so there's a different form for staff to fill out than there is for the one that's attached to this policy.
Yes, we already have one for staff. Then, like I said, we've already
Okay.
had one staff member that's taken advantage of that.
Okay. I just wanted to clarify that the attachment with this policy is for students and not for staff, and they have received the information they need should they require an exemption. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I was clear on that. Now that I've probably confused the public, I apologize.
If you have any questions about mask wearing, please talk to your building administrator. Anything else on the mask policy?
I will call the question.
Thank you. Question has been called. Ms. Edgar?
Ms. Amundson,
Aye.
Mr. Barlow,
Aye.
Ms. Morgan,
Aye.
Ms. Nathan,
Aye.
Mr. Slusner,
Aye.
Chair Seelinger,
Aye.
Ms. Workman.
Aye.
Thank you.
Okay, motion passes. We will adjourn this special session at 4:56 p.m.